What's going on, y'all? Listen, it's another episode of Mindin Your Biz. I'm one of your co-hosts, Dr. Blackwealth, and we got...
Hey, guys. It's your girl, Miss Fab Financial, checking in. How's it going out there?
Hey, for sure, man. Welcome to the number one podcast on all things wealth, business, and finance.
That's
right? Make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit that bell. If you are a business owner looking for some inquiries, want to know how to grow, how to scale your business, advice on your business, tax related, whatever.
That's right.
Email us at info@mindinyourbiz.com. It's somewhere here or there. Just click find the email and just submit it to us, and we'll do it live on the episode.
Right.
Today we got an impactful episode, a couple of different topics to go through and give us our grade like normal. And we'll kick off with the first one.
That's right. All right, guys. So I don't know if you know, but Uber is doing a shuttle service here in Metro Atlanta that they will be running and operating. So no contractors, it's not like your car. This is Uber. An employee will be doing shuttle service, ride share from Buckhead, Midtown, downtown to the airport every 30 minutes, starting off at $10, going up to $18. How do we feel about it?
I give it a B. I mean, I give it an A. I mean, I give it a B. I mean, I think it's probably a direct way for Uber to start making money. Somebody probably looked at the books and said, "Hey, we could be making all our money directly versus the sharing of the splits and profits, which already is low to most people who do Uber." So I hear when I'm in Ubers, but I think it's a good idea if it kicks off here and does good. It's one of the biggest airports in America, probably. They'll probably do it at other spaces. I think Vegas is probably one. That's a huge one. DC, or not
New York,
DC, but
LAX
New York, LAX, and Denver probably do good. So
I'm giving it a D. I don't like it. I think it takes money out of the contractors, out of the people which help build your business.
Oh my God.
People who make money doing those airport runs, that's their bread and butter. Like, why would you take that from them? Because you want to get more money out. Create something else.
They did. The shuttle.
I don't like it. I'm giving it a D. Tell me what y'all think.
Is
that a thing? Like, do we like them encroaching on the very people who help make the money? Like, they're almost like backstabbing the people.
I wouldn't go that far.
Who help grow the company? You're like, I don't need y'all anymore. Now we're going to have our own cars, our own drivers. Just like a taxi service. We're like going backwards.
It could be. It could be outside of money, though. It could be another reason. I just don't know. Because the Atlanta airport is crazy. I don't even drive, park, nothing. I take Ubers every time.
For sure.
So it could be another reason because it's crazy over there. They need to figure that out.
Speaking of Atlanta, going on to our next, speaking of the airport, going to our next topic, right? We're giving it a grade. Hartsfield-Jackson said they are increasing parking rates because they got to generate some more money. More money. May 1st, which is tomorrow. So the daily rate that's next to domestic is going from $19 to $30 a day.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and then the economy parking is going from $14 to $20 a day.
Yeah.
And then the big wazoo is the multi-day international airport, $100 a day.
Oh my goodness. I'm giving it an A because I like the opportunity. So listen, it sounds like you can buy some land, start you a parking deck.
That's all up and down Camp Creek.
Put another one there. Personally, I don't drive to Atlanta Airport, so it don't affect me one way or another. However, if businesses, they get creative to generate income, but it's also opportunity because there's still more land out there. So
I do have a question. Okay, so my grade in general, I give it a B minus. I don't dislike it. I think it's a way to generate more money because the city in conjunction with the airport said that they didn't want to raise other taxes. So they use this as a way to help generate money for the city and for the airport.
Oh, okay. It's twofold. What taxes were there? Property tax?
Property tax, sales tax. So I don't know. So I am going to some of the county meetings, but there is going to be a deficit in terms of school funding. So different counties are trying to raise money to make up for what they're going to be losing from federal funds. So they're kind of, you got to raise where you can. There's going to be a deficit. So this was one proposed for where there's going to be a shortfall. So I don't mind it.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. I think it's better than going property tax, sales tax. I mean, business. I mean, it's a lot of other taxes they could increase.
100%, because 100%. 100%.
If you missing $5 million from the governor that was going to get it from the federal government, you got to go, okay, us as Clayton County
city,
or as Atlanta County, Fulton County, we got to generate the money somewhere.
For sure.
Yeah. So I give it a B-.
Cool.
Okay. All right. Next is Good Old Sinners. We talk about black is black on black. So Sinner.
That's black everything.
That's black everything.
Except the girl in the movie. But
she was biracial. She was black.
She wasn't.
I mean, she was supposed to be black.
Right. That was what she was acting. They could have found a black.
How do we know maybe she was? No,
I seen the interview. She's not black.
We didn't like that she's not black.
I didn't.
We had a problem.
No, I didn't have a problem, but they could have found for her character to play like somebody white passing.
Right.
They could have found the white passing
black woman.
Right. It's definitely some fair.
No, they are. There definitely are.
Some fair, straight up black, fair skin.
I mean,
women.
depending on the light, they say Beyonce white. Okay, depending on the lighting. Okay, they be like, but she got that blonde hair.
That blonde hair.
She white.
Right.
She needs some sun.
It's definitely some passing
for
people.
Sure.
However,
for sure.
The movie was. I think it was really good.
What's your grade?
So I give it an A for sure. I'm giving it an A. I mean, the news came out that Sinners has earned $161 million worldwide so far, and they're projected to earn at least $300 million overall. And the thing you have to realize with this is a movie of original thought. Mm-hmm. This is curated out of his own Mississippi story because his people from Mississippi. And if I'm being honest, it gave me a lot of different perspective, particular to the Asian community. But I think it's an A. I like it. And I like the business of it where he, in 25 years, he regained ownership from Warner Brothers. Yeah. So he'll have his family have those royalties. Yeah,
Ryan Coogler is a smart man. I love that him and his wife are a team. He gave so much credence to him and his wife. I love that. Typically everything he does, I really enjoy. I enjoyed this up until a certain point. I'm gonna be honest. I enjoyed the movie. I love a history piece. But some of the editing choices I didn't like. I thought the ending was way too rushed. I thought that they just hurried up and started killing people at the end. I felt like they took a really good time in telling the story in the beginning. I loved it. I like the history throwbacks. I like the Irish references. But I thought some of the editing choices made it go blah. Like I thought even the aesthetics, I don't know what it's called, but when the vampires were biting and the blood came out, gave me very like sci-fi. It was so cheesy.
I think that was.
I wanted more Twilight. I thought it was gonna give me more realness based on how it's set up. And then some of I didn't like it was just too rushed at the end. I felt like it was like the person who edited the first part of the movie and the ending felt disjointed. I thought it was way too rushed. They killed everybody. And then when the Ku Klux Klan came in the morning to kill the people, I thought that was kind of weird. They usually come at night with their hoods on.
That was definitely a conversation.
I was like, well, what is...
It kind of tied in because I think he told them they was coming.
Right, he did tell them, but I'm like, they usually don't come in the day. Right. I just felt the editing, but I still...
I like the messengery because white people are bold. They will infringe upon, and even with the vampire scenario where they had to be invited in, like that's another thing. Like they ain't coming in your space. You got to invite them in for them to be blood sucking.
I mean, we definitely could go.
There's a lot of messengery in there that's really good.
It was tons of it that I enjoyed. But from a movie perspective, if I'm just going off of movie as a critic, I thought the editing at the end was way too rushed. I thought it could have set up for a second and a third if they would have took their time a little bit more with the ending. And I guess at the end they did show those two people coming back that they could set up for a second and third. But I loved the messaging in it. I loved the heavy set dark skinned black woman as the lead. Mm-hmm. I loved all of that.
Voodoo work.
I loved all of it. It's a part of who we are. I love that your oppressor also knows the words, right? Mm-hmm. I loved all of it. I enjoyed all the messaging.
The blues, without that, you wouldn't have hip hop today, really.
I mean, even the country music, the Irish music, I think a lot of times, especially in today's world, everyone wants to segment us. Mm-hmm. But the culture, American culture, is so unique because we are such a blend of everything. Mm-hmm. But a lot of people chose to come here. A lot of people was forced to come here. And so you blended these cultures and music styles and genres. And I think everybody's like, no, it's this, is this, is this, is this. But this history in the movie shows the Asian Americans were here. The Irish worked in the fields with each other. So you think they didn't trade stories and songs and hymns? We're in the field together.
It definitely gave me a perspective for Asian, because I didn't like it. Not that I don't like Asians, but I just was like, so recently we went to Louisiana. I mean,
but that's a different thing, being accepted and close to whiteness and white supremacy. Why they kind of shed that, right? And that's the Irish and the Chinese. Their acceptance into white supremacy because they can pass allowed them to shed where we cannot. Our color is why we can't fully be accepted into the white race. Right. Where Jewish can, Irish can, Chinese can to a certain extent.
But I say you don't need to be accepted.
But that's what Americanism and white supremacy does. Even us, a lot of people want to be that proximity to what that looks like.
When you get up there, they sucking your blood. You gonna wish you wasn't in there.
I mean, the story talks about that too.
That's my thing. You don't want that, and that's what I love about it was the original creativity of it all. Black everything, and it puts us in a separate box, right? Because you get to see black creativity in a different way. There's no more typical, you know what I mean, the hood stories. Not that that they didn't matter enough to right. Sure. Or your typical Tyler Perry stories, right? So I think again, that's exposure. It opens the door for other creatives to create or be brought up or do something different that, that we can get behind and support.
Yeah, for sure. But I think, like you said, private equity, exposure, and money, because there's always us who think different. But typically, if we don't have ownership in it, they're not going to invest in it because they don't think it's going to sell, 100%. Right? So,
and he, was told no a lot of times with Warner Brothers before he actually got this thing passed.
For sure.
So that's in itself. You gotta if that's your thing, you gotta sit on it until you make it happen, because nobody's gonna make it happen but you.
He could have definitely did a different movie based on what Warner Brothers wanted.
He
right?
could have not did it at all because they didn't accept it. So. I think it was good. So, listen, those are great topics. Y'all make sure y'all tell us which one y'all like. Give us y'all grade, like, share, subscribe, hit that bell, leave a comment, and we'll see y'all in the next episode. Peace.